Alright y'all, so I was sent this bike seat to do a review on, and I put everything together, and it took me just under 10 minutes to put everything together. Granted, I am pretty handy, but I made sure to do it just using the tools they had in there so that it was pretty reasonable for me to do a comparison. Anyways, the build itself is actually pretty nice. It's actually nice and lightweight compared to what it looks like. When it came to building it though, I will say that the instructions, not only were they a little bit fuzzy and hard to read, but they didn't tell you what hardware went where, so I was kind of guessing. But I figured it out for the most part, at least I think so, and I have the hardware to attach it to the bike. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, so the goal here is to attach it to my bike just using what they sent, and it looks like that is going to be way too far. So what I'm going to do is going to take some stuff off and rearrange things a little bit. Alright, we've got everything installed. That took me around 10 minutes to get done. I did have to move down my reflector on the back, but every bike's going to be different. Getting it installed on this mountain bike was actually simpler than I thought it would be. And that's because this has different angles compared to your traditional road bikes or your gravel, your hybrid, those bikes. And so sitting it on here was actually easier than I thought. So props to them. If you don't want to worry about scratching up your paint, they do give you these adhesive pads that go on the clamps so that you don't have to worry about that. I just didn't put them on there because I've been beating this bike up for years. When it comes to overall build and everything, you do have this, which you can remove if you don't want it on there. But if you have a smaller toddler or baby that you want to have riding with you, that is a great way for you to make sure that you have a little bit more security there. And it's able to rotate because I have it loosened, but you can tighten that if you want to just stick them right in. So on top of that, we do have some adjustability for these footrests so that if they're taller, shorter, you can move those up and down with the 4 screws that we have right here. Overall, the build quality is great. The instructions, they leave a little bit to be desired, but for most bikes, this is going to work to make sure that you can have some good experiences riding with your little ones and enjoying the time outside together. So if you're looking to do that without spending the copious amounts of money on something like a kid's ride shotgun seat or the other alternatives, then this one I would say is a good way to go.